Well, good evening, card chargers, and welcome back to the Cincinnati Kids Vintage Baseball Card Channel. Tonight, I'm going to have three different things here, kind of a breakdown of what we're going to do. I'm going to start off with a VR video response. Then I'm going to do a little bit of post-playing days card action for you. And then a little bit of a player showcase. Since this is my 17th episode and I'm a huge Reds fan, you probably know that player. I will tell you who it is. It's Chris Sabo, integral part of the 1990 World Champion Reds. And I will do that at the end. So if you don't wish to watch it, and if just something maybe only Reds fans out there really want to watch, feel free to shut off the video at that point and click to something else or do something else with your valuable time. But I would encourage you maybe to stay on and watch and listen a little bit. This guy was a very hard-nosed player. Had a work ethic like just about no one else, and probably my second favorite Red at that era after Barry Larkin. So anyway, let's go on to the VR. And I'll try to keep this to, a few minutes each so we can get out of here in less than 15 minutes, but don't quote me. So the VR is a shout out to the channel Return to Collecting. And he recently subscribed to my channel, and I'd subscribed to his, and he had a neat VR out that a lot of other content creators in the community have been doing for his 600th submission. So, or not submission, sorry, that sounds terrible. 600 subscribers. And I guess, you could have submissions to his channel too as well. And he wanted us to list off 2 cards that were our favorite cards, and then also shout out 3 channels, and then enter into his contests. And I'm gonna abstain on entering the contest. That's okay, because I don't really have the 2 cards out that they're most special in my collection. I have to really think about that one. The 60 Clemente, probably 60 Topps Clemente, would have to be one of those cards. And if you've watched some of my early videos, you've probably seen that card out and explaining that. The other one, that's tough. And I don't really have an answer for you on that one, so I'm just going to kind of leave that one alone. But the other part of this VR is to shout out 3 channels out there that you've liked and watched and had some interaction with that have less than 200 subs. And not submissions, subscriptions. So I wanted to do that, and all 3 of these channels I'm going to put up. I'm going to put them up all at the same time, and I'll have their links below to view them, and you can go visit their channel. They've all got great content, and they all have a little bit of a different story, but I like them all for different reasons, but they're all great. So here we go. First one is that Video Guy 316. Just a really nice laid-back dude. He just did a video recently with a 59 Mantle. That's one of his favorite cards because he did this VR response for Return to Collecting as well. And just a beautiful 59 Mantle. He showed off some other nice cards there. His video production just puts my channel to shame. Just really slick, really good video production, nice background music. Something I would aspire to do, hopefully, in the future. Something like that. So check out Video Guy 316. I think he has a great channel. Then we got 44 Sports Cards 86. And he is under 100 subs. So let's get him up there. And he does a lot of different takes on stuff. Very unique in his approach. And I mentioned him in a quick post-it maybe a couple weeks ago about go check out his channel, and I'll do another shout out on this video I really enjoyed of his. It was early Bowman cards, and these weren't stars or Hall of Famers. I think these were mostly cards of just everyday players. as my friend Drew would say, these are not commons. These are anything but common, guys, and that's correct. That's true. And his take on these cards, 44 sports cards, was the different colored skies in the background of these cards, and they're just beautiful, just lovely different, some oranges, I think one was purple or like a violet color, and then different shades of blue, one was green, and it's just a lovely collection and take on cards like that. And I would definitely highly encourage you to go check out his channel. That's 44 Sports Cards 86. And the last one is at 3 Words Collector. And I've watched this guy's videos for a couple of weeks now, and he is a Cincinnati Reds fan, and so it's probably a homer vote here, but I swear I have had no contact with him directly. This is totally unsolicited shout out. He said he was had a channel a few years ago and then kind of got out of it for a while, and he was starting a new channel, and let's help him get somewhere with it and get to 200 subs. He just showed, I think it was about a month ago, I saw there was a video of his out that had some beautiful Frank Robinson cards, a beautiful Ricky and a 5, and then a 62 looked just awesome. And then, you know, Vada Pinson, he had a couple of awesome Vada Pinson cards in that video, and Vada, you know, Vada Pinson, that's speaking my language. It's an awesome red, and he was just giving him a lot of props, which he deserves. And so go check out at 3 Words Collector as well. So 3 great channels there. I'm going to leave that up for the minute, and we're going to switch on now to the second segment and show a little post-playing days cards here. And this would be a shout out to Shoebox Legends. Shane over there had kind of started this, I think. And so did, of course, Adam at Splendid Sports Cards. I think he did this as well. So I want to make sure I'm giving due props. If I'm wrong with that, forgive me. I'm just going to shout his channel out anyway. It's just a night of shout outs, I suppose. So another great channel, 2 great channels there. I really enjoy watching them. So let's do the first one here. And I've got this card here. Post-playing days card autograph of Raleigh Fingers. Sans mustache. So if you're watching out there, don't talk to robots. Another shout out. No stash for you. The next one I thought would just be kind of a neat one. I really love this card, and I obviously love this player, and I think of Hodges 1455 anytime now that I look at or share any card of this player. But this is a post-playing days card of the awesome, great Gil Hodges, and that's just a stoic pose there. I just love this card. This would be the year after he managed the Mets to the Amazings to a World Series. So Mookie, if you're watching, I'm sure you're loving this, and there's more cards for you as well. I don't know how this happens, but I just seem to have a lot of players, a lot of Mets players in my collection. So awesome card of Mr. Hodges there. The third one I'm going to share here is this game used back card of Joe Morgan from Upper Deck. And I don't have a lot of memorabilia type cards like this, or uniform patches or back cards, but I've got a couple, and this one I just really love. I've had this card a long time. We at Upper Deck Company continue to keep you as close as you can get. So Joe Morgan bat card, or bat chip. So now I will take this down. I'll put this back up in a minute. We're going to show off some cards from post-playing day cards of a couple other Mets. So how about a little Bobby Ojeda action? And so this comes out of a minor league set that I've had for some time of the Brooklyn Cyclones. I think they're a single A team. And apparently they picked up a lot of former Mets players to have on their team at this point. I don't remember what year these cards were. I'll take a look here. Like, here's the back of the set. So Pro Ball is in Brooklyn once again. I think this might have been from their inaugural season. And then, where do you go when you're tired and need to pull off the road for the night? You go to the Howard Johnson. We've got a Hojo sighting. Hojo. I don't know why. I always liked watching this guy play. He played really hard. He was just an embodiment of that 85, 86 era, late 80s Mets team. So apparently he was the hitting coach back then while Ojeda was the pitching coach. So here's a couple of post-day playing cards of them. Which now leads me into the part of the video where if you want to sign off, I really appreciate you watching this point, but those that want to keep on watching, we're going to talk about this guy. So, Mr. Sabo, born in Detroit, Michigan. Just like his teammate shortstop Barry Larkin, he was a player on the national title runner-up University of Michigan Wolverine baseball team. I think they both graduated in 83, or maybe Larkin was 84. I can't remember now, but I mean, so pretty amazing that both players played together in college and then also played together in the major leagues. So this is his Rookie Cup card, 89 Topps, after he won Rookie of the Year in 1988, which would be this Topps card. And he got to be known as Spuds. He was named that by his manager, Pete Rose, said it reminded him of himself, of how much he would hustle and how hard he played. He broke through in one of those player gets injured, next guy up, and then he never gave the third base starting job up. Buddy Bell got hurt and didn't play, and then he just didn't ever play again for the Reds, really. So his trademark was these really interesting goggles that he would always wear. I think he might have gotten hit by a pitch probably at some point that caused that. I'm not sure this is an official rookie card, but that gives you kind of a close-up view of him. Integral part of the 1990 World Championship team. He had just a crazy windmill type wind-up motion at the plate, right-handed hitter. I think he would wind that up like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 or 7 times before he was set for the pitch. And I know it annoyed a few pitchers from time to time. As time passed, his career burned out pretty quick. I mean, he played college ball at a high level, then he was in the minor leagues for a couple of seasons, a few years after the Reds drafted him, and then he finally broke in late 87, early 88. There wasn't as much in the tank after the 90 season, and he had a really good 91 year, and then things kind of started to come apart, and he got injured a lot and ended up playing for the Cardinals for a little bit. I think he was with the Orioles for a bit, maybe the White Sox, and he came back for his final year, I think in 96 with the Reds, and then he retired. But here's my favorite card of his. I really like the Score rookie. And here it is autographed. This is a recent pickup off of eBay. I haven't been getting too many cards lately, but this one was a recent one that I Just couldn't pass up the price. But I'm right at 15 minutes, and that's all I've got for you. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to saddle up, head off for the highway.